I love acorns. I love to find them. I love to gather them. I love to store them in my cozy nest.
The forest was Sammy's favorite place to be, especially in autumn. The leaves turned a beautiful golden color, and the air was filled with the pitter-patter of falling acorns. Sammy scurried from tree to tree, his bushy tail twitching with excitement. He stuffed his cheeks with acorns, filling them until they bulged. Sammy had many friends in the forest. He was known for his kindness and willingness to help others. There was Benny the bunny, with his twitchy nose and playful hops. Benny loved to explore the forest, always curious about his surroundings. Tilly the turtle, with her slow, steady walk, was a symbol of patience and perseverance. She never rushed, always taking her time to enjoy the journey. And Robin the bird, with her bright, cheerful song, brought joy to everyone who heard her. Her melodies were a reminder of the beauty in the world.
One day, the snow began to fall. It started gently, with soft flakes drifting down from the sky. It covered the forest in a blanket of white, transforming the landscape into a winter wonderland. The air grew colder, and the ground became hard. The once soft earth was now frozen and unyielding. Food was difficult to find. The animals had to dig through the snow, searching for any morsels they could find.
Sammy, I can't find any food. The snow has covered everything, and I'm so hungry. Can you spare a few acorns, just enough to get me through this cold day?
Sammy hesitated. He stood still, his tiny paws clutching the acorns he had worked so hard to gather. He had spent countless hours scurrying around the forest, collecting each one with care and diligence. But then he looked at Benny's worried face. Benny, his friend, seemed so desperate and in need. He thought of Tilly, who moved even slower in the cold. The harsh winter made it difficult for her to find food. He thought of Robin, whose songs had grown quiet. The once cheerful bird now seemed so subdued and hungry. Sammy's heart softened.
Of course, Benny. Take as many as you need. Sammy's voice was gentle and kind, filled with genuine concern for his friend.
Sammy shared his acorns with Benny, giving him enough to last through the cold days ahead. He also shared with Tilly and Robin, ensuring they too had enough to eat. He felt a warm feeling inside. It was a sense of fulfillment that he had never experienced before. It was a different kind of happiness. Not the fleeting joy of having a lot of acorns, but something deeper. It wasn't the joy of having a lot of acorns. It was the joy of knowing he had made a difference. It was the joy of helping his friends, of being there for them when they needed him the most. Sammy realized that true happiness comes from the heart. The winter was long and cold. The forest was blanketed in a thick layer of snow, and the trees stood bare and silent, their branches heavy with frost. But finally, the snow melted, and the sun peeked through the trees. Spring had arrived. The once quiet forest began to stir, as the warmth of the sun brought new life to the woods. The forest came alive with color and sound. Flowers blossomed in vibrant hues, and the air was filled with the sweet songs of birds. It was a time of renewal and joy. Sammy's friends remembered his kindness. Throughout the harsh winter, Sammy had shared his food with those in need, and now they wanted to repay his generosity. They helped him gather fresh nuts and berries. The forest creatures worked together, ensuring that everyone had enough to eat. They brought him twigs to build a new nest. With their help, Sammy was able to create a cozy home, ready for the new season.
I learned an important lesson that winter. The cold and isolation had taught me the value of community and the warmth of friendship. Sharing wasn't about having less. It was about giving more, about spreading joy and kindness. It was about making everyone's hearts a little bit warmer. The bonds we formed made the coldest days bearable, and that made all the difference. The forest was not just a place to live, but a community where everyone cared for one another.